Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel. For today's, hold on while I shut this stuff off. There we go. Anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel. We are going to begin the month of June in Field of Dreams Baseball. Everybody's been waiting for this for a week. And what do I have? I have June 7th on the screen. So we're going to change it to June 1st. Reviewing the standings, which everybody probably knows by heart since they've been staring at it for a week without it being changed. Lehigh leads the Moneyball division by a game and a half over T-ville. Everybody else in that division is irrelevant. The race for the other four teams is to find out who will be the lottery pick. Sandlot division, Philadelphia, Crystal Lake, DJs, and Chicos all seem to be in that. Beantown and Florence, probably the only two teams out of that division. Naturals, St. Louis, San Francisco, and occasionally Edmonton, although Edmonton only shows us 3 games back, but it's a St. Louis, San Francisco division. The exciting race in that division is whether Chicago or Amazing will get the lottery pick. And finally, in the rain delay division, Manchester, Lancaster fighting it out, Washington, Hagerstown, and St. Pete taking up the rear. Hagerstown just acquired Joe McGinnity with hoping that McGinnity's 35 wins in real life will propel them to a rain delay championship. That's it from here. If you hold on, I'll be back in 1 minute and we will start the first game. Okay, we're back. Everything's set up and arranged. We don't have too many people in here yet, but that's okay. We're going to start June 1st. The game we're going to play today will be Edmonton at Manchester, and prior to that, we will start some of the games. Florence at Lehigh. Lehigh 4-2 winners. Cole over Rowe. Campanella 3-4. Hadley Lake, Crystal Lake, a battle of the lakes. 7-3 Hadley Lake. Young over Glavin. Cy Young makes a big difference in the sims I run with Hadley Lake. Hadley Lake has improved greatly. Medwick 4-for-5 with his 14th home run. Cleveland at Beantown. 6-5 Cleveland. Herges over Hernandez. Crosetti, famous for being the third base coach of the 1950s and early 60s New York Yankees. Home run number 2. Chico's at T-ville. 2-0. T-ville shutout. Scherzer over Bender. Chapman got a save, and that is a new closer for T-ville. Long Island at DJs. 7-2 Long Island. Martinez over Guidry. Tough to beat Martinez. He's in his best season of his career currently. Chicago at Amazing. 6-2 Chicago. Scott over Messerschmidt. Zobrist 2-for-4 with a triple and a double. 2 of those 3 players originated the season in Las Vegas. Lancaster at St. Pete. Lancaster 7-5 winners. Walters over Gura. And the game we're going to play today, Edmonton at Manchester. Here we go. Let's set it up. Wayne Twitchell facing Ubaldo Jimenez. Big Clue checks in. We were just chatting on Discord, and there were enough people in there that it was time to play some games. So here we go. Welcome to Coors Field for tonight's game between Edmonton and Manchester. Manchester has won 9 of their last 10. Wayne Twitchell takes the mound for Edmonton. He's made 8 starts on the year, is 2-4 with an ERA of 5.83. His first start against Manchester, he'll be opposed by Ubaldo Jimenez. He's made 5 starts in the years, 1-2 with an ERA of 5.40. There's going to be some runs scored in this game, I think. This is his first start against Edmonton, 73 degrees, wind speed 4 miles an hour out to right center field, and there is light rain. Lineup for today's game will show Clark in left, batting first for Edmonton, Geringer at second, batting second, Williams in center. That's Bernie Williams, batting third, Hank Greenberg, the DH. Cleanup, Snodgrass at third, batting fifth, Fox in right field, batting sixth, Cochran catching seventh, Mattingly at first, hitting eighth, Lindor, the shortstop, hitting ninth, and Twitchell on the mound. In the outfield, we have Donlin, DiMaggio, and Mellott. In the infield, we have Boyer, Tulowitzki, Morgan, and Votto. Rudy York is doing the catching. Clark steps in, and we're underway. There we go. Ground ball to short. Going to be close, but Clark is thrown out by Tulowitzki, 1 down. Geringer. Grounded to third. 2 up, 2 down, and Bernie Williams. Another close play, but he's out. 3 close plays at first base. We head to the bottom of the first. Edmonton nothing. Red Bolts coming to bat. Red Bolts will send up Votto batting first at first base. Ott batting second and right. Collins, the DH, batting third. Morgan at second. Fourth, York fifth, catching. Tulowitzki sixth at shortstop. Boyer at third, hitting seventh. DiMaggio hitting eighth. Strange place for DiMaggio, but he's hitting eighth. In center, Donlin in left, batting ninth. Votto steps in. Runner on first, and Mellott. Fly ball deep in the right field. Fox is going to play it off the wall. Votto will score, and Ott doubles. And just like that, the Red Bolts lead 1-0. Ott at second. Ripper Collins, the DH. Twitchell is not on his game early on today. Nobody out. First 3 hitters have reached base. Joe Morgan. Ground ball back to the mound. Throw to first. It was a bunt, and it was a sacrifice, and it was successful. Runners on second and third, 1 away for Rudy York. Twitchell doesn't seem to be able to find home plate as he walked his third batter of the game. Bases loaded, Troy Tulowitzki. Base hit to left. 1 run scores, and Ripper Collins holds at third. I don't know how long Twitchell's going to be in there, but the manager file won't replace him after 2 runs. But if we were managing this game, I bet Jeff would remove him right now. Boyer stands in, hits a base hit in the center field. 2 runs will score. 4-0 Manchester. Still only 1 out for Joe DiMaggio. It doesn't get any better for Edmonton. Base hit in the right field. Runner number 5 scores, and Boyer is thrown out at third by Bernie Williams for the second out of the inning. DiMaggio goes to second on the throw. 2 outs, runner on second. 5 runs in off Twitchell. He's still in there. Foul ball. Darlin hits it deep into right field. And it's out of here. Home run number 2 for Darlin. That's 7 runs for the Red Bulls. Is there any team hotter than Manchester? I don't think so. Won, 8 or 9 out of 10 games and now scored 7 runs in the first inning. I'm going to hate to do this, but we're going to Zoom this game and go to something else. Right after the inning, Votto's up for the second time today in the first inning. Grounded to Geringer to Mattingly. He's out. I'm not going to make everybody sit through this. We're going to go and we're going to Zoom it. This game is going to end. And there it is, 16-5. Manchester 16 runs. 18 hits, no errors, 5-8-0 for Edmonton. Winning pitcher. Can't believe Jimenez was knocked out, but he was. And Hall's the winning pitcher. He's 5-3. He pitched 4 1/3 innings after Jimenez getting knocked out in the second inning. Impressive. How long did Twitchell stay in? He pitched 2 full innings. He was taken out, followed by the entire bullpen for Edmonton. Looking at Manchester's, everybody got a hit. No one was hitless for Manchester. Donlan went 4 for 5. Boyer and DiMaggio went 3 for 5. So they went 3, 6, 10 for 15, the bottom third of Manchester's order. That's impressive. Well, that game's over. Let's go and pick another game to do. San Francisco at Hagerstown. 5-3 Hagerstown. McGinnity wins game number 1 for Hagerstown, Steve, the loser. And Philadelphia at Vegas. Vegas squeaks by Philly 5-4. Rudy May, who just passed away last week, is now 4-0 in our Field of Dreams League, where players live forever. Hampton, the loser, 3-2. We go to the 2nd of June. Let's find, let's see, who are we going to play? Let's do San Francisco, Hagerstown. In the meantime, a Battle of the Lakes, 5-1, Crystal Lake, Gibson over Hauser. Chico's at T-ville, 4-0, Chico's. Bernhardt over Pierce. Home run number 3 for Guerrero. Philly at Vegas. Philly exacts revenge, 6-1 winners. Leiter over Greinke. Victorino, home run number 4. Florence at Lehigh. Lehigh shuts out Florence. Lincecum over Lopat. Cleveland at Beantown. 13-5. Beantown outslugs Cleveland. Rosen, home run number 11. Luke, the winner. Blyleven, the loser. Long Island at Degens. Degens, 8-2 winners. Hooden, is that how you pronounce his name, over Cole. Chicago at Amazing. 2-1, Chicago wins. Lemon, the winner, which just received Lemon from Vegas. Win, the loser. Amazing got early win in a trade for Lincecum. Early wins 3-8. Great trade. Lancaster at St. Pete. 7-3 Lancaster. Quinn over Leonard. Nicholson, home run number 11. Lancaster continues to stay on the tail of Manchester, who is on a great run. Speaking of Manchester, they defeat Edmonton 4-2. Collins over Hahn. York, home run number 9. Let's play San Francisco at Hagerstown. San Francisco will send Wilbur Wood to the mound. He'll be opposed by Darryl Kyle. Lineups are in. Welcome to Yankee Stadium for tonight's game between San Francisco and Hagerstown. San Francisco has lost 5 straight. Wilbur Wood takes the mound. He's made 11 starts, is 4-5, which is what he was like in real life with an ERA of 3.60. His first start against Hagerstown, he'll be opposed by Darryl Kyle. He's made 11 starts in the year, 3-5 with a 5.32 ERA. It's his second start against San Francisco. He lost his only start. And it's 69 degrees, wind speed 7 miles an hour out to right. And once again, we have light rain. Kyle faces Speaker, lines out to second. The lineup for San Francisco will have Speaker leading off, batting first. Kingman batting second, playing right field. Ted Williams, left field, batting third. Rodriguez at short, fourth. Helton at first, fifth. Vaughn, the DH, sixth. Cano, second baseman, batting seventh. Allen at third base, batting eighth. And Carter catching, batting ninth. Wilbur Wood on the mound. In the outfield, Mantle, Murphy, and Aaron. That's quite an outfield. Matthews, Renteria, Pedroia, Adcock in the infield, left to right. Joe Torre is catching. And before we go any further, I need to correct 2 pictures here in Hagerstown's roster. As we let this populate. Joe Adcock, number 1. And who was the other guy I was missing? Renteria. There's Edgar. There he is. We got photos. Back to the game. Kingman to face Kyle. Grounded to Matthews. 2 away. Ted Williams, let's check his batting average. 343. Williams, in real life, is hitting 233, 110 points less. Kyle delivers. Fly ball right field. It's going to be shallow enough for Pedroia to catch it. We head to the bottom of the first. San Francisco, nothing. Hagerstown coming to bat. Here we go. Batting order for Hagerstown, Renteria short, batting first. Pedroia at second, batting second. Mantle in left, batting third. Aaron in right, fourth. Murphy fifth in center. Mercer, the DH, sixth. Seventh, Torrey catching. Matthews at third. Eighth, Adcock hitting ninth and playing first base. In the outfield, Williams, Speaker, Kingman left to right. Allen, Rodriguez, Cano, and Helton left to right in the infield. Carter catching. Wilbur Wood in his knuckleball from Belmont, Massachusetts. Wilbur Wood delivers. Ball goes to Allen. Renteria is going to be caught by a half a step at first, 1 down. A lot of close plays at first today in the first 2 games. Pedroia up. And there is a base hit in the left field. Pedroia on first. Mickey Mantle. How's Mantle doing this year? Mantle hitting 237, 120 points below his normal average. Shows you how tough it is to hit in Field of Dreams as he flies out to Ted Williams on left. Hank Aaron, what's Aaron doing? Aaron's 120 points below. Wood throws to first. Pedroia gets back. Pitch to Henry Aaron. Struck him out. Innings over. We head to the top of the second. No score here in Hagerstown. Jeff Hunter's here. Hi, Jeff. How you doing? Kyle will face Rodriguez, Helton, and Vaughn. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rodriguez still up. 1 down. Helton. What's Helton batting? He's only 90 points below his normal average. And there's a line drive, great play made by Adcock is great play number 4. Carlos Jazz stops by and says good morning to all. Vaughn up, pops it up behind the plate. Torrey tosses his mask, puts it away. We head to the bottom of the second. No score here in Hagerstown. Speaking of Hagerstown, Murphy, Mercer, and Torrey will face knuckleballer Wilbur Wood. Ground ball, great play by Cano. See how many he's made. That's number 12. Bobby Mercer. Fly to right. Kingman's got it. 2 down. And Joe Torrey. Ground ball up the middle. Cano backhands it. Throws to first. We head to the top of the third. No score. Steve Tate stops in to catch Field of Dreams first week of June. Top of the third, Cano, Allen, and Carter. Cano pops it up behind home plate, and Torrey's got this one for the out. Dick Allen. Fly to center field. That's going to be off the wall. Allen trots in the second with a stand-up double. Number 10 on the year for Allen. He's on second in scoring position with the 1 out. Gary Carter, good hitter. Ball gets away from Torrey. Allen goes to third. Pass ball declared by the official scorer. The pitch to Carter. Line drive down into the left field corner. 1 run will score. Carter headed for second. The throw, he's safe. Poor play by third baseman, but it is a double for Gary Carter, and San Francisco leads Hagerstown 1-0. Kyle pitches to Speaker, toughest leadoff hitter in the game, I think. He flies to Aaron in shallow right field for the out. 2 down for Kingman, who flies deep in the left field, but Mantle's going to catch it in front of the wall. We head to the bottom of the third inning, 1-0 San Francisco. Matthews, Adcock, and Renteria to face Wood. Ball dropped by the catcher, throws to first for the out. Wood to face Adcock. Adcock on first. Surprises me that he's got a 52% chance of stealing this base. I don't recall Adcock being a speedy runner of any kind. Renteria steps in. There goes the runner. There's the hit and run, base hit in the right field. Adcock's going to third. Is the slide. He's out at third. Kingman throws him out. Renteria goes to second on the throw, and there's 2 outs now in the inning. Runner on second base instead of first and second, and 1 out. Great throw by Kingman. Philip Reynolds comes by to say hello to everyone. Good crowd here this morning. Renteria on second. Pedroia up. Singled his first time up. Into the stands. No balls. 2 strikes. Wood delivers. Grounded to Rodriguez. Helton squeezes the ball for the out. We head to the fourth. 1-0 San Francisco. Kyle will face Ted Williams, Rodriguez, and Todd Helton. Williams on the ground to Renteria, 1 down. Mystery to me is why Ted Williams hits so poorly in our game. And as my friend Steve Tate says, someone's got to make the outs. Alex Rodriguez Fly to left. Speaking of outs, that's out number 2. And Todd Helton. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 1-0. 1 runs, 2 hits, no errors for San Francisco. 1 left on base. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for the Hagerstown Braves. Wilbur Wood facing Mantle, Aaron, and Murphy. In real life, that would be daunting. Ground ball to Dick Allen, 1 down. But not terribly daunting in Field of Dreams. Aaron hits a grounder to Rodriguez, 2 down. And Dale Murphy, another grounder to Rodriguez, 1, 2, 3. Go Hagerstown. We head to the top of the 5th, 1-0. San Francisco. Vaughn, Cano, and Allen do up. Mo Vaughn, 337 in real life, 276 in the game. Fly to center. 1 out. Cano, 314 in real life, 227 in the game. Renteria backhands it, going to be close. He's safe. Cano beats it out, and that's the first infield hit of the game, even though there's been a couple of close plays. Cano will be on first. He is a threat to steal. Dick Allen, 295 in real life, 274 in the game. He's someone who hits up to his capabilities. Throw to first. Cano back. Kyle delivers. Ground ball to Pedroia, second short for 1 out, back to first, a double play. Almost had that one backwards. 4-6-3 double play. The inning is over. We're halfway home. It's 1-0 San Francisco. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, we're in the middle of a great pitcher's duel between Wilbur Wood and Kyle. Wood now to face Mercer, Torrey, and Matthews, bottom of the 5th. Line drive, great play by Rodriguez. Defense is very important in our game, and the better the defense, the better your team plays. Torrey, ground ball to Rodriguez, busy man, 2 outs. And Eddie Matthews, ground ball to Rodriguez. All 3 plays. The inning's over. Head to the 6th. Still 1-0 San Francisco. Carter, Speaker, and Kingman do up. Fly to center. 1 down. Tris Speaker. Grounded to Renteria. Speaker's a quick guy, and he's out by a half a step. Lots of close plays, like I said. Kingman. Fly to center. 1, 2, 3. We're bottom of the 6th. Adcock made a great play last inning. Renteria and Pedroia up. Adcock, great play by Rodriguez. One great play deserves another. Speaking of great plays, that's Rodriguez's 2nd of the game, 16th of the year. He's having a good game. Renteria had a good career with St. Louis, went to Boston and was booed out of town is the best way to put it. 2 down, and Pedroia, speaking of Boston, a lot of Boston connections. Wilbur Wood throws, next Red Sox player, and Pedroia hits a foul ball behind home plate. As I look at the field, we have Ted Williams, Tris Speaker, Wilbur Wood, and Pedroia all on the field at the same time. Those are ex-Red Sox players. Wood delivers. Grounded to Allen's got to be quick. Pedroia is going to be out. Another bang-bang play. We head to the top of the 7th. 1-0 San Francisco. Kyle's pitched a good game so far. Darryl Kyle. 3 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts. Ted Williams steps in. That's something he does quite regularly. Williams on first. Alex Rodriguez, a good game in the field, strikes out. Strikeout number 3 for Kyle. Todd Helton, 0 for 2. Fly to right. Aaron puts it away. 2 down. Williams still at first, where he remains after being walked to lead off the inning. Base hit into left center field for Mo Vaughn. Williams goes to third, runners on first and third, 2 outs for Robinson Cano. Fly to right. Aaron's got it. We head to the bottom of the 7th. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, 3 left on for San Francisco. For Hagerstown, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on, and Mickey Mantle steps in. Will be followed by Hank Aaron and Dale Murphy. Wilbur Wood delivers. Ground ball to Allen. 1 away. Hank Aaron 0 for 2. Fly to left. Williams puts it away. 2 down, and Dale Murphy. Grounder up the middle. Great play by Rodriguez. Not a great play for the game, but it looked good on the chalkboard. We head to 8. Still 1-0. Who's going to blink? Well, we don't know yet, but Hagerstown blinked once in the 3rd inning for the only run of the game. Dick Allen's going to be faced by Carter, followed by Carter and Speaker here in the 8th, facing Kyle. Strikeout number 4 for Kyle. Here's Carter. Carter walks. Runner on first. Tris Speaker. Fly to left. 2 outs. And Dave Kingman. Grounded to Matthews. Gets the short way to Pedroia for the force out. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Same score, 1-0. San Francisco. Hagerstown down to 6 outs. Mercer, Torrey, and Matthews to face Wilbur Wood, and the computer manager starts putting in defensive changes. Cirillo goes to third. Mercer to right. Kingman for the out. Joe Torrey. Base hit to left. Joe Torrey on first. Eddie Matthews up. Matthews in the right field, base hit, and all of a sudden Hagerstown has a rally going. 1 out. Runners on first and second for Joe Adcock, who is 0 for 1 today. Slow roller to Cano. Got only 1 play is to Adcock at first. 2 down. Matthews and Torrey in scoring position. They represent the tying and go-ahead runs here in the bottom of the 8th inning for Edgar Renteria. Wood delivers. Renteria flies out to Williams to end the inning. The threat goes by the boards. We head to the top of the 9th, 1-0, San Francisco. Well, if you're going to have someone up in the 9th inning, it might as well be Ted Williams to face Kyle. Fly to center. Murphy backing up. He's got it. And if you want another hitter in the 9th, Rodriguez was a good one. This one's to left, and Mantle's got that. 2 down for Joe Torre, who got a hit his last time up, and this time will ground out to Pedroia. 1, 2, 3 go San Francisco. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Wilbur Wood to face Pedroia, Mantle, and Aaron, and so Wood is going to have to earn it. So far, has pitched a 4-hit shutout. Great game. Pedroia, and that ball's off the wall in right center field. Pedroia will have his first triple of the season, and all of a sudden, San Francisco's got an issue because the tying run is 90 feet away with nobody out. Several ways he can score. Wild pitch, error, hit. Anyway, let's see what Mantle can do. Wood's going to stay on the mound. It's going to be a ground ball. Rodriguez infield playing in. Pedroia's got a hole, 1 out. Will Hank Aaron be walked, or will Hank Aaron to set up a double play, or will Hank Aaron be pitched to? Well, infield looks like it's in. Again, he's going to be pitched to. Fly to left, Ted Williams. Pedroia is going to score. Williams has an average arm in left field, but didn't even attempt to throw. And this game is tied at 1. Wood now facing Murphy with 2 down as Hagerstown is tied it in the 9th inning. Murphy's going to hit a base hit, and Wilbur Wood, after 121 pitches, he's good for a lot of pitches. So he's not going anywhere, but they've hit him this inning. Well, the first game was cut short because of the score. This one looks like it may go extra innings as Bobby Mercer steps in. Wood delivers. Mercer hits a fly ball to center field. Speaker's got it. We head to the 10th, all tied at 1. The original starting pitchers are still in. Let's find out how long they're going to go. As Mo Vaughn steps up to the plate. He hits it to his buddy Pedroia. 1 down. Cano. Base hit in the right field. Robbins and Cano on first base. Cano today is 2 for 4. Having a good game. Cirillo, the defensive replacement at third, stepping into the batter's box for the first time. He will pop it up behind home plate. 1 strike. It's in the stands. He hits a ground ball to Pedroia to Renteria for 1. Over to Adcock. Inning-ending double play. We head to the bottom of the 10th, where Torrey, Matthews, and Adcock will face Wilbur Wood. Wood good for about 140 pitches, so he's going to be here a while. Joe Torre. Fly to center. Rodriguez has it just in the outfield grass. Eddie Matthews. Base hit in the center field. Matthews' second hit of the day. 7th hit for the Braves. Joe Adcock's had 2 game-winning RBIs on the season. Can he do it again? Wood winds and fires. There's a fly to center. Speaker has it. 2 down. Matthews returns to first. And Edgar Renteria flies to right. Inning over. Head to the 11th. We're tied at 1. Kyle still on the mound. He's got 115 pitches pitched, 125 in him, so this will be his last inning, most likely. Carter to Pedroia. He's out. Joe Torre. 2 down. Strikeout number 5 for Kyle and Kingman. Grounded to Matthews, but it's going to be an error. Number 5 on Eddie Matthews here in the first week of June, and Kingman will be on first base. Represents the go-ahead run for Ted Williams. Kyle delivers. Williams Hits it to Adcock, takes it to the bag himself. Wilbur Wood comes out for the bottom of the 11th. 137 pitches. This will be his last inning. Pedroia, Mantle, and Aaron try to end it here. Let's see what happens. Pedroia to Helton, takes it to the bag. Mickey Mantle. Cirillo's got it to Helton for the out. 2 quick outs for Hank Aaron. Aaron singles to left. Wood turns red, so he's hit his expected pitch count. Helton on first represents the winning run. Dale Murphy up. Wood delivers. There's a base hit in the left field, and Hank Aaron goes to third. He is 90 feet away from winning the game. Bobby Mercer up. He's got 1 game-winning RBI. Wilbur Wood, number is red. Will they leave him in? They will. Lefty against lefty. He struck out Mercer. He head to the 12th. Still tied at 1. Kyle, who's also red, still in there. Well, they're going to pitch for a while. Here's Rodriguez. There's Koji Uehara coming in. Uehara used to play another Red Sox connection. Of course, Dwayne likes the Red Sox, along with the Yankees, and has a lot of their players on his team. Uehara, not a big thrower. His fastball doesn't top out very high. Extremely difficult to hit. I've watched him pitch for years. Renteria's got it for the out. Helton up. And Vaughn. Like I said, Uehara is tough to hit. 2 strikeouts of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 12th. Wilbur Wood still on the mound to face Joe Torre. Wouldn't be surprised if he came out with the first click. Gabe White coming into pitch. What do we know about Gabe White? Gabe White in real life at a 2.36 ERA, 11-2 record with 5 saves. In the computer game, he is 13 appearances with a 3.00 ERA. Joe Torre trying to win the game. Ground ball to Cirillo. 1 down. Eddie Matthews committed an error in the top of the inning. It's a fly ball to right. Kingman's got it for the out. And Joe Adcock. He goes down swinging. White strikes out his first batter as Uehara comes out for the second inning of relief. Lots of goose eggs. It's 1-1. The Braves tied it in the bottom of the 9th. Uehara to Cano. Line drive to third. He's out. 1 down. Cirillo. Fly to left. Mantle's got that for the out. Will this ever end? Let's find out what Gary Carter says. The pitch. Fly ball, left field. Mantle's got that one. We head to the bottom of the 13th inning. Braves 1, San Francisco 1. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back in the field here at Hagerstown, Yankee Stadium. White on the mound for San Francisco will face Renteria, Pedroia, Mantle, the top of Hagerstown's order. Second strikeout for White. That's 2 in a row. Pedroia up 2 for 5. He is lining out to second base. 2 for 6. There's Mickey Mantle, who's 0 for 5. Grounds to Cirillo. He's going to be safe at first base. Mantle's speed from home to first, batting right-handed, is well confirmed as being one of the fastest in the history of baseball. Mantle at first. Will he try to steal second? Hank Aaron up. Ground ball to Cirillo, but there's going to be an error. The defensive replacement, Jeff Cirillo, commits error number 1 on the season. We have Mantle at second, represents the winning run. Aaron at first represents nothing. Dale Murphy up. And Bruce Sutter is going to come in to pitch to Murphy. Base hit into center field. Mickey Mantle scores the winning run. Braves win 2-1 as San Francisco loses to the delight of Big Clue. San Francisco got a run early and was shut out since, I believe, the second inning. We'll see in a minute. 2 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Braves. 1-5-1 for San Francisco. Let's go to the box score. And there it is. San Francisco scored their run in the third, then went 3-6, 9 straight scoreless innings. Hagerstown tied it up in the 9th with 2 outs, wins it in the 13th. Winning pitcher, Yuri Hari, he's now 2-1. Losing pitcher, White, he is now 2-3. No home runs in the game. Game MVP, Darryl Kyle. And let's go back and see how the rest of the teams are doing this week. Was that the last game in number 2? Yeah, it was. We're going to now sim up until the 7th, in which we will play a St. Louis game. Lehigh at home against Florence. Florence defeats them 6-3. Necro over Faber. Bride, hitting star of that game. Battle of the Lakes continue. This time, Crystal Lake wins. Defeats Hattie Lake 4-1. Maddox over Plank. Beantown at home. Slugging Beantown hosting Cleveland, and they win 10-5. Hernandez over Candelaria Jackson 4-4. Home run number 9. Chico's in Tville fighting for their spot in the Moneyball, wins 9-6. Taylor over Johnson. Lajoie, home run number 1 for Tville, as they just received them in a trade with Chicago. Philadelphia at Vegas. They're tied at 1 game apiece in the series. Vegas defeats Philly 2-1. Lee, the winner, his first win for Vegas. Talking about getting pitching from Chicago. Vita Blue, the loser. Munson, home run number 6. Edmonton at Manchester. If you missed our first game, that was the first game. Manchester scored 7 runs in the first inning. We then zoomed the game. It was 15-6 Manchester. And Manchester continues as DeGrom wins 7-2. Philippe, the loser. 9-3 Manchester. Manchester 5 games up on Lancaster now. There'll be a second game today. That's the first game of a doubleheader. Long Island at Degens. Degens 4-2 winners. Harder over Palmer. St. Louis at home against Washington. They squeaked by Washington 5-4. Kershaw over Coombs. Chicago at Amazing. Chicago's won the first 2 games. They win 3 in a row as Dizzy Dean beats Kurt Schilling. Mize, home run number 14 for Amazing. Mize has been traded to St. Louis. Will appear there July 1st. Lancaster at St. Pete trying to keep pace with Manchester, and they do 7-5. Blanton over Nebel. Delgado, home run number 1 for St. Pete. Delgado's made his way all around the league this season. He went from Manchester to Vegas to St. Louis, and now is on St. Pete, his 4th team of the season. San Francisco at Hagerstown. Whoops, wrong one. I hit the wrong button. Edmonton defeats Manchester 14-2. Robin Roberts wins his 2nd game for Edmonton, who just recently got Roberts back in a trade, defeating Wells Mattingly, 8th home run of the year. Now San Francisco at Hagerstown. 7-4 Hagerstown. Necro over Clemens. Vaughn, home run number 7. Midway through the week, let's take a look at the standings. Lehigh a game and a half over T-ville. Philly a game and a half over Crystal Lake. 3.5 over Degens. 5 over Chico's. St. Louis 4 games over San Francisco. 4.5 ahead of Edmonton. Manchester 4 games ahead of Lancaster. And 6.5 ahead of Washington. Speaking of Washington, here they are at St. Louis. And St. Louis wins 4-3 in 11 innings. Nelson, the relief pitcher, wins the game. He's now 2-0 over Smith. Stargell home run number 13. For Washington, Chicago finishes out their series at amazing by losing 9-3. Kane, the winner. Cicotti, the loser. Mize, 3 for 4 and a triple, doing well in his last month with amazing. T-ville trying to keep pace. They do 8-3 over Florence. Joss over Rijo. Lajoie, home run number 2, who continues to hit for T-ville. Beantown at Lehigh. Lehigh does to Beantown's pitching staff what lots of people do. Scores 17 runs. It's 17-6. Brown over Garcia. Rosen, home run number 13 for Beantown. And Lancaster trying to keep pace with Manchester. They lose to St. Pete 11-4 to MV's delight. Splittorf 2-4 over Carpenter. Home run number 12 for Nicholson. More simming here on the 5th of June. Vegas at Degens. Vegas wins 6-3. Falkenberg with his first victory for Vegas. Just came over in a trade from Manchester. Tommy John, the loser. Beltre went 2 for 3 with a double. T-ville trying to keep pace. They don't. Florence defeats them. Florence is a pain in the neck. They come in and beat you all the time. They beat me anyway, 6-5. They down T-ville. Lee over Leicester, home run number 5 for Sandberg. Will Lehigh pick up a game? No, they don't, because Beantown defeats them 6-2. Vaughn over Jones. Story 3 for 4 with a stolen base. T-ville remains a game and a half back. Hadley Lake at Philadelphia. 4-3 Philly. Halliday over Forsh. Chico's at Long Island. 3-2 Long Island win. Pfister over Seaver. Murray home run number 11. Washington at St. Pete. 5-4 Washington. Waddell over Robowski. Home run number 12 for Tejada. Chicago at Manchester. 10-7. Manchester defeats Chicago. MV beats his buddy David. Beck, the winner in relief in 11 innings. Sambito, the loser. Collins, that's Ripper Collins, no doubt. 13th home run of the year. St. Louis at Lancaster. Some ramifications to the standings for this game. 7-4 Lancaster. Swift over Matheson. Collins, home run number 4. Edmonton trying to pick up a game. They don't. Hagerstown does. 9-4 winners. Jenkins over Musina. Matthews, home run number 4. And for the last game on the 5th, San Francisco at Amazing. 5-1 Amazing. San Francisco drops to under 500. Remember, San Francisco plays very well in our simming. The only sim that counts is this one, the official sim. And if it's an outlier, a team like San Francisco can be hurt. They're 25-26 on the season. One game under 500. Frost beats Wood, who falls to 8-6. We go to the 6th, D-Day. If you bear with me, I'll take a sip of coffee here, and then we'll go on and play a game for Saturday the 7th. And the first week of the month of June will be done and in the books. Here we go. Crystal Lake at Cleveland. Crystal Lake needs this game. And they win it 19-10. A football score. McGregor over Walsh. Trammell home run number 4. Beantown defeated Lehigh in their last game, and Lehigh gets even 3-1 in this one. Cole over Luke. McCovey home run number 5. Washington at St. Pete. 9-5 Washington. Marichal over Davis. Stargell home run number 14. Chicago at Manchester, the two trading buddies. 10-2, Manchester, Collins over Price. Ott with 2 for 3. Ott was recently traded to Manchester from Chicago. St. Louis facing Lancaster's pitching staff again, and St. Louis exacts a 12-0 revenge, defeating Whitey Ford. Brown's the winner. Trout 4 for 5, fourth home run, 5 RBIs. He's on his way next month to amazing. Edmonton at Hagerstown. Edmonton trying to keep pace, and they dropped one to Hagerstown 4-3 in 11 innings. Lyle over Twitchell. That's the second game Twitchell has lost during my tenure this week. Clark 5 for 5 with 3 doubles. San Francisco at Amazing. Can San Francisco turn it around? No. Amazing defeats them 5-3. San Francisco on a nosedive. They're now 25-27. Messerschmidt wins over Steve Aiken's home run number 2. Vegas at Degens. Degens squeaks by Vegas 4-3. Guidry over Reynolds. Ellsbury went 3 for 4 with 4 stolen bases. T-ville trying to keep pace here with Lehigh. And they do 6-2 over Florence. Scherzer over Finley. Cedeno, home run number 6. He's a trade Vegas made with T-ville for Lou Brock earlier this season. Hadley Lake at Philadelphia, 3-0 Hadley Lake, Young over Sale. And let me tell you, in all my sims that I see, Young makes a big difference on this Hadley Lake team. Chico's at Long Island. 10-3 Chico's, Bender over Caldwell. And Crystal Lake at Cleveland, game 2. 8-5 Gibson over White. Home run number 4 for Terry. We head to the 7th, where we will play St. Louis at Lancaster. But before we get there, we've got to do Washington at St. Pete. St. Pete wins 7-5. Gura over Schumacher. Well, there's a double header. We don't have to go very far. Let's do game number 1. We'll play this one. Rich Harden. Russ Ford. Clue and I had a little talk about Rich Harden today, or yesterday. He's not sure why the computer picks him for a spot starter, but they did. Welcome to Hilltop Park, and I see Baltimore in the background, so we're going to change that in a minute for today's game between St. Louis and Lancaster. In game 1 of a doubleheader, Rich Harden takes the mound for St. Louis. He'll be making his first start of the year. He'll be opposed by Russ Ford, Lancaster's ace. He's made 12 starts in the year, 7-2 with a 1.88 ERA. It's his first start against St. Louis. It's 75 degrees. Wind speed 16 miles per hour. It's out to left. Let's see if we can change this field. I'm not even sure if I have Hilltop Park, but we're about to find out. It's been so long. I got to find it. Options got to be under options, right? Setup. Park image. Hilltop Park. What do I got there? Okay. Hilltop Park did not load. Very interesting. So I can't use that Hilltop Park. Sorry for the delay, gentlemen, but let's see if we can find a copy that's usable. Let's try this one. There it is. Okay, let's take care of the park layout. We'll just take 1 minute and I'll be almost done. Sometimes these labels are close, sometimes they're not. And sometimes I can get them closer. Sorry about the delay. If I knew what I was doing, I'd play music for you. Or play a rerun of last night's World Series game and you could watch the home run all over again. It was an exciting World Series game. I'm sure everybody but Jeff enjoyed it. Okay, we're getting somewhere. It'll only be another moment. Once again, I apologize for not checking this first, but I didn't. Almost there, gentlemen. This looks like a Mike Silver park to me. My main park for Hilltop obviously wouldn't load. So we're using Mike's great creation. He does a good job. I try to use his parks whenever possible. Is that everybody? We can't hear that anymore, can we? Here we go. Lineup for St. Louis. Collins at second. Giambi at first. Delahunty hitting left, batting third. Edmonds the DH fourth. Vaughn at short. Fifth. Trout in center. Sixth. Frank Robinson in right field. Seventh. Piazza catching eighth. Hack at third base ninth. Harden doing the pitching. Outfield left to right. Felsch, Carey, Nicholson, Robinson, Sewell, LeMahieu, and Skowron at first. Maurer catching. Forward on the mound. Let's go. It's about time. Line drive. Skowron's got it for the out. Giambi up. 2 down for Delahunty. Fly to center. Carey's got it. Behead to the bottom of the first. St. Louis nothing. The Fighting Amish coming to bat. Here we go. Harden facing LeMahieu. Ground ball to second. Collins to Giambi for the out. Maurer up. Ground ball up the middle. A poor play by Vaughn. Is that it? Archie Vaughn, poor play number 3 for the shortstop. And Maurer is on first. Kravitz up. Grounded to Vaughn, second for one. That's all they're going to get. Kravitz has speed. And Nicholson throw to first. Kravitz gets back as Harden recognizes the speed. Nicholson strikes out. The inning's over. We head to the top of the second. No score in the game. Ford to face recently acquired Edmonds, Archivon, and soon to be departed Trout. One down. Archivon on first. A threat to steal, Mike Trout. Fly ball to left. Felsch has it. Vaughn retreats to first for Frank Robinson, his first at-bat on TV for the team, and he puts it off the left field wall. Vaughn scores, and Frank Robinson does what he does best. He doubles in the go-ahead run on the game. St. Louis leads 1-0. Robinson on second. Mike Piazza, great hitter, up. He's going to pop it up in foul territory. Robinson's got it for the out. Up to bat in the bottom of the second. Skowron, who's been traded to Chicago for the month of July. He goes to first. Felsch, that looks like a bunt to me, and he was tagged out, I would assume. Carey up for the Fighting Amish. He's hitting .215. I had Carey in a couple of seasons. Always great stats, always disappointing in our league. And as Steve Tate says, someone's got to make it out, and Carey strikes out. Harden to pitch to Brooks Robinson. Ball gets by Piazza. Skowron goes to third. Wild pitch charge to Harden. The delivery, ground ball to Vaughn. He's got him for the out. We head to the top of the third. The St. Louis Hawks leading the Lancaster Fighting Amish 1-0. My coffee's almost done, so we're going to have to make another cup after this game. Ford will face Hack, followed by the top of the order, Collins and Giambi. One down. Eddie Collins. Base hit in the left center field. Eddie Collins, I think, personally, is going to end up at second base with its 13th double of the year. Even though he's only hitting 150, no, that's Giambi hitting 154. What's Collins hitting? Collins in the game is hitting only 240. I still think he's one of the best second basemen in Field of Dreams. Giambi faces Ford, who hits a grounder to Robinson. Giambi's out at first. Collins goes to third, 2 down. Collins 90 feet away for Delahunty. Fly to center field. Carey can't hit in the game, but he fields fine, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 St. Louis. Harden facing Sewell. Base hit to right field. Sewell on first. Harden to LeMahieu. Ground ball to third. Hack to first as Sewell was off with the pitch. Runner goes to second. There's one out for Joe Mauer, who's 1 for 1. Ball gets away from Piazza again. Pass ball. Harden's got a wild pitch and a pass ball. Sewell on third. Less than 2 outs. Infield playing back. The pitch to Mauer. Struck him out when he needed him. 2 outs. Runner on third for Kravitz. Harden delivers. Base hit in the right field. Kravitz will have a double. Game will be tied at 1. And Kravitz will be at second base. Harden delivers to Nicholson. Ball gets by Piazza again. This is another wild pitch by Harden. Nicholson walks, runners on first and third, 2 outs. Top of the fourth, Bill Skowron. Fly ball drops in front of Trout in center field. 1 run scores. Nicholson goes to third. It is now 2-1. Fighting Amish and Felsch will face Harden. Grounded to Vaughn, flips to Collins for the easy out. 2-run score in the third. We head to the top of the fourth. 2-1 Lancaster. Ford will face Edmonds, Vaughn, and Trout. Fly to right. Nicholson's got it. Vaughn. Line drive to Sewell. He's got it. And Mike Trout walks. Trout a threat to steal. Robinson up. And they pick Trout off first base. No sooner did I mention the threat to steal is they pick him off as Harden now will face Kerry Robinson. That's Brooks Robinson and Sewell here in the bottom of the fourth. Still 2-1. Base hit, Max Carey. Guess he didn't like me insulting him. Harden now to face Brooks Robinson. Runner on first. There goes Carey. Grounded. Giambi steps on the bag. Carey goes to second. Less than 2 outs for Sewell. Harden delivers. Sewell hits a ground ball up the middle. Collins to Giambi for the out. Carey goes to third. And LeMahieu facing Harden. Fly to left. It's off the wall. Delahanty takes it on a hop. LeMahieu gets a double. It's 13th of the year. Error number 3 on Delahanty in left field. And LeMahieu goes to third. It is 3-1 Lancaster. Mauer up, runner on third. Harden delivers. Ends the inning, but not before Manchester adds a run to the score, and now it leads 3-1 heading to the fifth. Ford to face Frank Robinson, who was up when Trout was picked off. Piazza and Hack to follow. Ground ball to Robinson. Frank Robinson to Brooks Robinson. 1 down. Piazza had a tough time behind the plate today. Ball nicked off of Ford. Sewell throws him out. Someone is injured. It is Mike Piazza. He's injured and out of the game. He will be replaced as Ford pitches to Hack. Hack walks. Eddie Collins. 2 walks in a row for Ford. Unusual. Jason Giambi stepping in. Little dribbler to Brooks Robinson at third. He's going to pick it up, put it in his pocket as Giambi is going to get an infield hit. Bases are loaded all of a sudden for Delahanty, a chance to make up for his error in the last inning. The pitch, bases loaded. Ford delivers. Base hit in the right field. Hack scores. Collins scores. Giambi goes to third. It is all tied at 3 here in the fifth. Ford now has allowed 3 runs, 4 hits. He will face Edmonds with runners on first and third. Edmonds, line drive, base hit. Poor play by Skowron. Delahanty's going to third. The third run of the inning scores. St. Louis now takes a 4-3 lead here in the fifth inning. Ford's still on the mound. He's having a terrible inning. He's going to face Archie Vaughn. He struck him out to end the inning, but not before St. Louis gets 3 runs. Halfway home, St. Louis 4, Lancaster 3. And there's the last sip of coffee as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Harden hanging in there, facing Kravitz, Nicholson, and Skowron. I'm sure Clue wants to get to his bullpen as quickly as possible. Looks like an error on Collins. Downing in catching. Eddie Collins' 5th error of the year. Catching now Downing, replacing Piazza. The pitch to Nicholson, he struck him out. Number 5 for Harden. Harden's pitched a pretty good game, actually. Skowron up. Fly to left. Deep, and out of here, Bill Skowron. Well, I had to say Harden pitching a good game because that put the kiss of death on him as Skowron hits a 2-run home run to put Lancaster back ahead, 5-4. This is a back-and-forth game. Harden's numbers turned red. I'm sure he'll be leaving shortly. Felsch up. 2 down. Carey hits it to Hackett, 3rd. Inning over, but not before Skowron knocks in 2 runs. Puts Lancaster ahead 5-4 here as we head into the top of the 6th. Ford now to face Trout, Robinson, and Downing in for Piazza. Robinson to left. Deep, and that is out of here. Mike Trout says, take that, Clue, for trading me. Home run number 5, traveled 371 feet. Didn't take that game long to get tied up. It is 5-all. Frank Robinson up. Base hit to center field. This is Frank Robinson's finest year. He's on first for Brian Downing. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Downing. Here's Ford's pitch. Fly to center. Carey puts it away for the out. 1 down. Robinson still on first for Hack, who's 0 for 1 today. Strikes out. 5th strikeout for Ford. And Eddie Collins, 1 for 2. Fly to left. Felsch has it. We head to the bottom of the 6th. And like it's happened the last 1, 2, 3, 4 half innings, a run is scored. It is all tied at 5. Harden looks tired. I'm sure I'm going to click CPU. And a pitcher's coming in, but that did not happen. He's pitching to Brooks Robinson. Fly to left. Delahanty's got it. It's only a matter of a couple of clicks here. There it is. Carl Hubble coming in. Here in the 6th inning, we'll face Sewell. Vaughn to first, 2 down. And LeMahieu. Hubble walks him. Mauer steps in. His first strikeout. We head to the top of the 7th. We're tied. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. 6 left on for Lancaster, 5-7, 2 errors, 5 left on for St. Louis. Giambi, Delahanty, and Edmonds due up. 1 down. Giambi flies to right. Delahanty ground ball to Ford for the out. And Edmonds is going to put the St. Louis Hawks ahead by putting that ball into the right field stands. Home run number 1 for Jim Edmonds for St. Louis. And they now lead 6-5. Ford pitching to Archie Vaughn. Fly to right. Nicholson's got it. Score is 6-5 Hawks as we head to the bottom of the seventh. Kravith, Nicholson, and Skowron to face Hubble. Hubble's a little more like what Clue had in mind for pitching than Harden, but here's Hubble's pitch. Fly to center. One down. Nicholson. Grounded a hack. Close play. Nicholson beats it out for a base hit. Both teams now with 8 hits as Bill Skowron homered his last time up. Strikes out, this time number 2 for Hubble. His home run was off Harden, by the way, as Felsch steps into the batter's box. And there's a throwdown trying to pick off Nicholson by the catcher. He's safe. Ground ball in the right field. Felsch singles. Nicholson goes to third. 2 outs, runners on first and third. Max Carey up as the Fighting Irish threaten here in the seventh. The delivery. Base hit in the left field. Nicholson scores. This game is tied once again. Felsch goes to third. Carey holds at first. We are tied at 6. Hubble facing Brooks Robinson. Giambi takes it to the bag himself. The inning is over, but not before the Fighting Amish tie it up at 6. We head to the 8th. Ford still in there. The starting pitcher will face Trout. Robinson and Downing. Trout home at his last time. Fly to left. One down. Frank Robinson. Fly to left, 2 down. And Brian Downing. Ground ball to Sewell. Inning over. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning, tied at 6, where Hubble will face the bottom. Not number 9 hitter Sewell, then the top of the order, LeMahieu and Maurer. Line drive, base hit, left field, winning run, or the go-ahead run. It's the 8th inning. On first, LeMahieu's up. Foul ball. Line drive, base hit into left center field. Trout's got it. Sewell holds at second. Runners on first and second. Nobody outs here in the bottom of the 8th as Lancaster threatens to take the lead. Dwayne Martz comes by. Hey, Dwayne, the best of APA baseball on the internet for you people who have never seen Dwayne do a Cards and Dice APA game. Tune into his YouTube network. It is very entertaining. Maurer up, runners on first and second. He walks, and now Hubble's got a problem. Bases loaded, nobody out. Tie score. Gary Kravith. Hubble delivers. Fly ball deep in the left field. Ball's off the wall. All 3 runners are going to score. Kravith on second with his 7th double, second one today. It is now 9-6. As Hubble coughed up the lead. Nicholson strikes out for the first out of the inning. 3 runs scored before an out. Skowron walks. Felsch hits a ground ball to short. Throws to Giambi for the out. Runners advance. Runners on second, third. 9-6 the score. Base hit by Carey would put this game away. And there it is. Base hit. 1 run scores. Skowron scores. 11-6. 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Carey gets his 3rd hit of the day. He's on first. Hubble gives up all 5 runs. He's still in there. Pitch to Brooks Robinson, pops it up to the infield. Inning over, but not before the Lancaster Fighting Amish score 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th and take an 11-6 lead. Last chance for Clue and the St. Louis Hawks. Ford still on the mound. The starting pitcher still in there has allowed 6 runs, 8 hits. He's pitching to Stan Hack. Line drive. Scourins pulls it out of midair for the out. Eddie Collins, fly to center. Carey's got it. Last chance. Jason Giambi, the pitch. Ground ball to LeMahieu. To Scourin for the game. Fighting Amish with 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th defeats St. Louis 11-6, 11-14, and 0 for the Fighting Amish. 9 runs left on base, 6-8-2 for St. Louis. 5 runners left on base. Let's hop over to the box score. We've been broadcasting for an hour and a half. We got 2 games and an inning in. Winning pitcher, Ford, complete game victory, 8 wins, 2 losses, pitched 9 innings. Not remarkably spectacular, allowed 6 runs, all of them earned, struck out 5, walked 4. However, he comes away with the victory. Harden pitched 5 1/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. That's about as much as you would expect from him. It's not a bad game. Hubble, the loser, however, 2 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs. That was a bad outing. Hitting stars for Lancaster. Max Carey 3 for 5 after I said someone's got to make outs. Several other players with 2 hits. For St. Louis, 2 players with 2 hits. Edmonds, who's new on the team, and Frank Robinson, also new on the team for St. Louis. Let's see what we got left to go in today's schedule, and we can wrap up week 1 in Field of Dreams for the month of June. Edmonton and Hagerstown, speaking of Dwayne. Edmonton wins 8-2, Hahn over Kyle. Fox home run number 8. Chicago at Manchester, the 2 closest friends in the league. This time Chicago defeats Manchester 7-2. Washburn over Hall. Kalan went 3 for 3 with 2 doubles for Manchester. Kalan was recently acquired by Manchester from guess who? Vegas. San Francisco at amazing. Beat San Francisco again. 5-4 lowers San Francisco's record to 25-28 in the Natural Division. Puts Edmonton in second place. Washington St. Pete, 5-4 Washington. Smith, the winner. Splittorff, the loser. Game 2, St. Louis at Lancaster. Will St. Louis get even? They will, 2-1. They defeat Lancaster. Nelson, the relief pitcher, wins the 3rd game. Blanton, the loser. LeMahieu, 3 for 3 with a double. Will Edmonton in the second game hold on to second place in the Natural Division? Let's find out. They do not. Hagerstown defeats them 8-2. Necro over Philippe Wagner, home run number 8. Well, they may hold on to it as I glance down, but it's a virtual tie. Vegas at D-Gens. Vegas wins 7-5. Rudy May, who I mentioned just passed away this week, is now 5-0. Warnke 5-4. Cooper 3 for 5 with a home run, who I reacquired last month from MV. Hadley Lake at Philadelphia. Hadley Lake 9-8 winners. Husson over Fingers. Holiday number 6. And the last game of the week, Chico's at Long Island. Long Island wins 7-0. Computer control team doing well at 25-24. Cole, the winner. Bernhard, the loser. Home run number 13 for Murray. So as we quickly just glance at where we stand here before we sign off for today's broadcast, Crystal Lake is tied for the lead with Philadelphia. They're ahead No, they're not ahead. They're both tied with the same record. Moneyball division, Lehigh, a game and a half above T-ville. And T-ville doing well. Both teams with 15 losses. T-ville did not lose any ground in the first week of the month. The rest of the teams are out of it in that division. Rain delay, Manchester increases their lead over Lancaster to 5 games. Washington 6.5 games out. Hagerstown still 10.5. He's holding steady. St. Pete in last place. And St. Louis with a 6-game lead over the 26 and 29 Edmonton, who have 1/1000th of a percentage point ahead of San Francisco, who's 25 and 28. Chicago, an amazing pull up the rear. Chicago took a series from amazing to put Yoko solidly in last place in the natural division. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by. Dwayne March, Philip Reynolds, Steve Tate, Jeff Hunter, Carlos Scherz, and Big Clue. Thank you for joining me for Saturday morning Field of Dreams baseball. Hopefully, maybe someone else will pick up another week. We'll be halfway through June before the weekend ends. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. And we will catch you on one of the later broadcasts. Have a nice weekend.